Hello Electroheads, it's time to chat about electric bikes. Again, we recently covered some of the very best models on the market, which you can check out by clicking the link above right here. But we know that the majority of you are looking for e-bikes that don't cost half a year's paycheck. So this time, our latest electric bike selection here is all about getting the most for your cash. Before we get into it, make sure to subscribe by clicking that beautiful button down below. Go on, do it. You know you want to. First off, we have the Halfords Assist Hybrid Electric Bike, a great option for the e-bike first timer or if you're working on a tight budget. That's because at just £499, the Assist Hybrid is seriously well priced. That's hardly any more than some electric scooters out there, or even a swanky dinner out in London.
It's not bad.
Even so, just like every other road legal e-bike in the UK, it comes with a 250 watt electric motor, which will provide electric assistance of up to 15.5 miles per hour. US spec e-bikes have a slightly higher 20 miles per hour top speed. At this price, you do get compromises, however, like a one-speed gear set. Yeah, just the one, meaning you'll have to pedal just that little bit harder up hills than on bikes with more gears. It's still a very affordable way to take the sweat and strain out of your morning commute though, and there's a handy tray above the rear wheel to store a small bag or package. The overall design is pretty basic and it has a few rough edges, but the riding position is good and the decently sized 20-inch wheels can deal with most poor road surfaces. If you want a smoother ride, then you will have to spend just a bit more money to get proper suspension, something I would definitely recommend. The 4.8 amp hour battery is on the small side, but the manufacturer claims a range of up to 20 miles, which should just about be enough for the work commute. That's really not bad for a few hundred bob. Charging the battery takes around 2 to 3 hours, so you can easily get back to full charge if you plug it into the office. Another plus point of having the basic design and smaller battery is that the bike is a manageable 18 kilograms. Unfortunately, it won't fold up, but it's just about light enough to carry up and down a flight of steps for most people, though you probably won't want to be carrying it up multiple stories. Make sure to spend a little bit extra on a bike lock if you do leave it outside. With a solid warranty backed by Halfords, you won't be shortchanged if something does go wrong either. Now for bike number 2, the Fido D4S. Does the Fido sound familiar? They've collected quite the following over the past few years due to their small size and affordability in the market. Mojo recently got his hands on the Pocket Rocket Fido Q1, which has massively divided opinions. Click the link above to find out why. If you like the idea of the Halfords Assist Hybrid but have limited storage space, then the Fido is a great choice. That's because aside from its teensy dimensions, it's also foldable, making it way easier to get on other public transport and can be stored neatly in a flat or office to avoid thieving hands. It does, however, weigh around 17.5 kilograms, about the same as the Assist Hybrid, so make sure you are able to carry that sort of weight before you commit. Aside from the folding benefits, the Fido has a Shimano 6-speed gear set, a cool looking design, and according to the manufacturer, it can get up to 50 miles on a charge from its 10.4 amp hour battery pack. So most people won't need to charge it more than once a week. Just remember though that this figure is a best case scenario and will quickly go down if you are running up a lot of hills or use the maximum level of assistance all the time. Did I tell you that the Fido D4S is just 650 quid? Well, I have now.
Didn't see that coming.
That's not a whole lot more than the Halfords bike, and it definitely feels worth it. I've even seen a lot of the Fido range on London streets. It's clearly a popular choice. The seat and handlebars have an impressive amount of adjustment capabilities, so height, tall or small, shouldn't be an issue. With its 20-inch wheels, the ride isn't too bad either, but again, no suspension system means that it can get pretty bumpy on poor road surfaces. This next bike is all kinds of beaut. If you love the idea of a modern electric bike in a classically styled package, then the Cyclotricity Jade is a great choice. When I first saw this e-bike, I was pretty certain it wouldn't make the cut for affordability, but at £799, it's still relatively cheap in e-bike terms. It definitely exceeded my expectations. This is a lot of bike for the money.
Look at that. Can you believe it?
Cyclotricity Jade.
Cyclotricity has been around for over a decade, and all of their electric bikes are designed and built in the UK. This is good news if you're in need of servicing or spares, something that we often overlook when searching for the best bargain. The Cyclotricity Jade is a step-through design, which means you can get on and off with ease, and it has nice big wheels and a front suspension system. Yes, suspension, the first bike with suspension on this list. That makes the ride way more comfortable than most other bikes at this price point, and you will appreciate the standard mudguards when splashing through the puddles. The 250-watt motor will assist you up to the usual 15.5 mph limit, and you should get around 25 miles of range with the standard 7 amp-hour battery. If that's not enough, there's also an optional 11 amp-hour battery, which Cyclotricity say will extend the electrical assistant to 40 miles. Way better. As always, your mileage may vary, and charging the larger battery fully can take up to 5 hours. This is a pretty big bike that gives it a nice, solid, well-balanced feel on the road with an upright riding position, but at 23 kilograms, you may need to park it up outside most of the time. At least that way, other bike owners could admire it too. I'd like mine in the stunning racing green colour. Right, number 4 on our list is one for the off-road adventurer. The Basis Beacon electric mountain bike does exactly what its name suggests. It's designed to help you scale those tough mountain trails with an invisible electric push when your legs need that little bit of extra assistance. The Basis Beacon is not trying to break new ground here, and for £899, we can't expect a carbon fibre frame or 2000-watt motor, but it ticks all the boxes that make this a solid entry-level electric mountain bike. So what do you get? You get a 19-inch frame, 27-inch wheels, and a 7-speed Shimano gear set. The 250-watt motor is mounted to the rear hub and will help you up to the usual 15.5 mph speed limit. It's got mechanical disc brakes, front and rear, and front suspension system that will soak up the bumps, although the amount of travel isn't listed. With the bike being under 1K, don't expect anything spectacular. You can choose from an 8.8 amp-hour battery, which can assist you for up to 30 miles, or an optional 14 amp-hour battery pack, which will add another 20 miles to that total. It also adds another £200 to the price, but we would opt for it anyway because no one wants to get stuck without power miles from home. While pricier mountain bikes have their batteries integrated into the frame, the Basis Beacon has its battery mounted on the down tube. That's no big deal really, and it's still protected from the elements. At 20 kilos, this is a fairly light mountain bike, making it ideal for smaller riders too. It might not fold up, but it's light enough to push along when you need it to, and the large tyres can handle potholes and road scards without a problem. Overall, it looks like the Basis Beacon is a pretty good multitasker. You can commute with it during the week and hit the trails on the weekends. We have saved one of the best for the last here. Number 5 on our affordable electric bike list is the cute little Ego Lite. Ego is an Australian company that specialises in compact, foldable electric bikes, and they have a strong following here in the UK too. The Ego is the perfect companion for the savvy city dweller. It's compact, light, and folds down so small you can almost sling it into a backpack. At £999, it's the priciest option here, but as you will see, paying a little extra gets you a lot more when it comes to the budget end of the market. And as with any e-bike, you can take advantage of the Cycle to Work scheme, which can save you up to 41% of your purchase. The basic specs include a 250-watt motor, a single-speed gear set, and also the UK-regulated 15.5 mph speed limit. All pretty standard, but where the Ego Lite really shines is in its clever packaging. It has a compact frame and a clever central hinge, allowing it to fold into two, turning it into what looks like a little bicycle briefcase. Better yet, it weighs in at a nifty 15 kilograms. There's even a lighter option, however. The Ego has a smallish 6.4 amp-hour battery, which will give you just over 30 miles on one charge. As a city runaround for short trips, the Ego Lite is just about perfect. It comes with 16-inch wheels, which are at their best on smooth road surfaces. You get a set of front and rear lights and mudguards as standard, but the rear rack is an optional extra. If you want a bit more range or a slightly comfier ride, then the Ego selection has a number of larger bikes with bigger batteries, but for the ultimate in portability, the Ego Lite is the one to go for. So there you have it, 5 affordable electric bikes for under £1,000 that should suit just about every budget. And like with some pricier e-bikes, spending a little bit more here can get some worthwhile upgrades, so keep that in mind when you're bargain hunting. Stick to the reputable electric bike retailers too. Trust me, you do not want to be stuck without any support if something goes wrong, and if you can, test ride any bikes you're thinking of buying. If you found this video useful, go ahead and drop me a lovely comment below. I love to hear from you guys. Or if we missed any other affordable electric bikes you know of, or even own that you want to recommend to us and your fellow electroheads, throw them down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for watching.